Hi, I'm Shane Dingman, and I'm joined by Pebble CEO Eric Mijakowski. His company is one of the early pioneers of the smartwatch, and of course, Pebble faces stiff competition from none other than Apple and Google. Eric, let's start there. So Apple and Google are huge companies, but so are some of the other traditional watchmakers, and they have a lot of marketing heft. How do you stand out, particularly in Canada, where you're from, and where the watch also has some success? How do you stand out against that big push?
So what's different about Pebble? I think we've taken a different approach. A lot of the other guys like Apple and Google, they're looking at putting a smartphone on your wrist. We're taking the approach of, what should be on your wrist is a great watch, and we just make it a little bit smarter. Hence the new product that we just launched, Pebble Time Round. It's the first smartwatch that looks like an actual watch. It fits like a watch on your wrist, and it does things like step tracking, sleep tracking, and all the other good stuff. I think what differentiates us, besides just our approach to what a great smartwatch should be, is also the community. We launched 3 years ago on Kickstarter. We were a tiny company, we still are pretty small, but we were able to really tell our story to the world. Since then, we've sold over 1.5 million watches.
Let's talk a little bit about round. You mentioned the new watch is round, the other ones were square, so what was the rationale there?
There's no one-size-fits-all on the wrist. People have different choices, they have different tastes even, but at the end of the day, people have different size bodies, they have different size wrists, so we took our technology and we figured out how we could miniaturize it into a round and thin and tiny form factor.
So this is in market now for the holiday season. What are you looking at for the next iteration of this device? Are you going to stick with watches, or are you going to start doing other stuff?
Our intention right now is to figure out what is the best experience that people can have on the wrist. We don't think that it's the same as your phone. I love my phone. I keep it in my pocket. That's where it should be. In 2016, you'll see us start to expand a little bit. How can Pebble help control things around your home? How could it help control things around your office and your car? What are the little nuggets of information that you need on a regular basis that should just kind of appear magically when you need them? That's what we're focused on.
Sounds exciting. Thanks very much for coming in, Eric.
Thank you.